Welcome to today's episode of the Bulldog Broadcast with Dan Dickau. Today's special guest, recent Gonzaga graduate, hoping to hear his name called in the NBA draft that's upcoming. I hope it is. I think it will be. I think he's got a chance to have a long, productive NBA career. The Frenchman, Killian Tillie. Killian, how's life?
Hey, doing good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And NBA draft is coming up. It's a different year, being that the coronavirus shut down the college basketball season. It put the NBA in a bubble, and it's making things very interesting as far as prepping for the NBA draft. How have you prepared since March for this upcoming draft?
Yeah, man, I'm just excited that it's finally here. It's in less than a week. So I've been waiting for the whole summer. It was supposed to be in June and October. Now it's November. So I mean, it's just a long time that I had to be patient and I just was just getting ready here in Spokane, stayed in Spokane the whole time, and could work at Gonzaga with the coaches and use the facility. So it was great for me to stay here.
I went through the same process, hard to imagine, nearly 20 years ago in '02. And I think I had 17 in-person workouts. And like we just mentioned, it's completely different this year. How has the process been for you? You said you've been in Spokane, you've been working out, but in regards to interviews with teams, have you been able to go to any sites where they interview you in person or work you out, or has it been all virtual?
No, it's been all virtual. I did a lot of interviews back in April and May, and I did a few like last month during the combine period. And yeah, the only thing we can do is just work out here and send clips to teams, send videos, and I also did a combine video November 1st, and so I sent all the scores and all the video too. So that's mostly what they can do, and yeah, that's about it.
You've got obviously a well-rounded, versatile game. I think something that can translate really well to the NBA with your ability to play inside, outside, pass it, shoot it. What have you worked on the most in the last few months to prepare for your upcoming opportunities?
Mostly my body, just my lower body strength. Trying to get all my previous injuries, fixed and strong again, and then get my legs strong so that I don't have these injuries again. And then just on the court, just mostly keep working on my shot, getting it a little quicker, and also just moving my feet in defense, and then just also dribbling and driving. Handling the ball was a main focus this summer too.
What are you hearing in regards to possible ranges that you might go or teams that might be interested? I know for myself, that last week or so is really nerve-wracking. There's a lot of smoke screens that are out there by different teams because they might like you, but they might, send a message to an opposing agent that doesn't represent you that they're not interested. Is there any team that you think has the most interest, or maybe a place that you want to go to?
Not really. I mean, it's gonna be a surprise. I think just it's just very blurry, and it can be anywhere. I can be drafted maybe late first round, or I can be undrafted. So I'm just gonna wait patiently. The main focus for the teams was to get my medical, so I just did them yesterday, and hopefully they can get them quickly, and we can see if they want to draft me soon, and we'll see about that on Wednesday.
You mentioned, a lot of teams wanted to see your medicals and how you pass with that. I can only imagine, with the ups and downs that you had with injuries the last 2 years at Gonzaga, you're looking to put that question in the rear view mirror. How frustrating was it for you to deal with those injuries the last 2 years? Because whenever you played, you were nearly unguardable at times. I remember a game, I think it was at San Francisco, you were the absolute difference maker.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, obviously it was tough. Injuries was just a tough path, and it doesn't show. It was just a lot of hard times, but it was important for me to come back on the court as quickly as I could, so I could help my teammate win and teammates on the court. And but I think it just made me stronger in a way, just mentally. It also made me mature more, focus on my body, how to take care of my body, my nutrition, everything. So honestly, yeah, these injuries are in the past now. Just learn a lot from them, and then I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to be healthy, and I'm excited to play.
Everybody makes a lot about the European connection of players coming to Gonzaga, and Tommy Lloyd's obviously been a big part of that. Was it the Tommy recruiting you factor, or was it more of looking at guys like a Roni Turioff or a Shemek Karnowski coming over before you and having a lot of success and being comfortable in Spokane?
No, it was both. Tommy did a great job recruiting me, coming to see me in France, see my family, and then also just obviously the experience they have with international bigs, even Domas, Sabonis, and before that, and it was just a great fit for me, and also just the community. Everybody loves basketball there up there, and it's just everybody's behind the teams that really made me want to come play at GU. So yeah.
You mentioned coming from Europe, you always in broadcasts by the national media, not so much the local media, because I think we've seen enough international guys have a lot of success, where the national games would have the common theme of you being from a French background of a really high kind of successful family in the athletic world. And your
Mhm.
brother played at Utah, and your family had a volleyball background. Did you ever get tired of having to answer questions about volleyball and your path, even though I'm asking you the same question now?
I mean, it gets old, I'm used to these questions, but I love talking about my family. Honestly, I don't see them often, so talking about them is pretty fun for me.
What was the hardest adjustment going from France, coming to the States in Spokane?
Um, I mean, there's a little bit of everything. Obviously, going a little further from my family, going away from my family was tough. Even though everybody's, around the world. And then, yeah, language at first a little bit. Uh, but it wasn't like this, I've been in the States a few times, see my brothers, and see them play in college. So I was kind of used to it already.
We already mentioned that you're very versatile. You can shoot it, you can pass it, rebound, handle it, all those different things. Growing up in France, was there a player that you tried to model your game after? If you had a chance to watch an NBA or a college game, late at night, early in the morning because of the time difference, was there a particular team you would watch or a player that you would try to model your game after?
Well, I did. I mean, I was watching my brother play a lot. He's played professionally. He's playing EuroLeague a lot. He was in the national team, so he was a big example for me. And I kind of tried, yeah, I tried to model my game after him. But then, when I was watching NBA, obviously I was kind of dreaming, and I was watching Kevin Durant play. I really loved how he played. Just how easy he was playing and how smooth his game was. So I really liked his game too.
You were part of that elite, or excuse me, the Final Four team that lost in the championship game to North Carolina. There was a couple questionable calls. You didn't necessarily play huge minutes that year, but you were a big piece of the team. What was the most memorable experience of that season for you?
Yeah, I think you said it. I think it was going to the Final Four. I think just stepping on the court when you said you got 77,000 people around you. As a freshman, it was it was kind of I was kind of lost for 2 minutes. Obviously, I didn't even see the ball, and that was definitely one of the most memorable moments in my life. Honestly.
Well, you've got a chance, I'm sure, to be on the short list of guys that are going to be considered to play for France in any of the upcoming Olympics. Is that a goal of yours to represent France in the Olympics at some point?
Yeah, it's definitely a goal for me. Hopefully, the coaches, you know, believe in me and see me play, and ask me to come for to pre-selection workouts and all that. So it's definitely a goal for me because both my brothers did that. Both my brothers went to the Olympics. My dad went to the Olympics, so I have to do that. I don't want to be the only one not going there.
Yeah, that'd be a hard conversation to sit around and have around the dinner table that you weren't the one that was involved or able to be a part of that experience. So I wish you the best of luck in
Thank you.
fulfilling that goal and dream. When you look at all of the success that Gonzaga has had over the years, and you were a part of the team that mentioned went to the Final Four, and you were part of teams that was ranked number one at some point in the year, but this year they're ranked preseason number one. You've been around Spokane. I'm sure you've worked out with or seen enough of the guys.
Mhm.
What's your take on this team, just seeing them before games begin?
Yeah, man, they're a talented team. And yeah, I think they're gonna be great, man. Just you can see with their ranking at first. And I think they're just gonna be good. It's just Corey is just solid guy. Just Joel is gonna be a crazy good. Even the bigs inside gonna be Drew and Anton gonna be great. And the two young bigs, Umar and Pavel, gonna be really important for the team too. So I think they're gonna do a great job. They got Aaron coming as a veteran kind of, a senior guard is going to be important for the team, and the young tricky trio are really fun to watch, and they're going to be great for the team too. So it's going to be exciting to watch.
A lot is said about Tommy Lloyd and his recruiting of overseas players, but I think he's a tremendous player development coach as well. When you look at that staff, what set them apart outside of Tommy Lloyd when you made your decision to come to Gonzaga 4 years ago?
I mean, I think they're just really smart guys. Just the staff. They know how to recruit. They don't really recruit the best. We don't always have the best recruiting class in the country or whatever. But we just recruit smart guys and I want to be part of the team and that accept their role too. That's important. And then make sure everybody knows their role and then make sure we're prepared for every single game. That's one of the big things too. Every single game is prepared like it's a Final Four game. And that's why we don't really lose games we shouldn't, and that's why we're one of the top teams in the country every year.
What was the most difficult gym to play in on the road in the WCC?
I mean, I think BYU is kind of crazy. Uh, yeah, BYU, they're crazy over there. There's like 20,000, even a little more, and they're all screaming, all crazy, all super loud. So it's definitely one of it's the most fun gym to play in though, but it's definitely crazy to play there.
Absolutely. That is a great atmosphere in Provo, the Marriott Center. You had a number of teammates over the 4 years. You obviously had a fellow Frenchman in Joel Ayayi. Was there one teammate that you're going to miss the most, either from this past season or that had moved on before you became a senior?
I mean, I don't think you can make me choose one. Just all my teammates. I'm gonna miss all my teammates. I've talked to most of them all the time, and we're a big family. Even guys that have left, last year or 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I mean, I'm still close contact with them, and I love to see them doing good overseas or in the NBA. So it's fun to watch these guys play.
Last question, Killian, before I let you go, because I'm sure you got to go get a workout in and
Yes,
prepare
sir.
to get your name called in the NBA draft next week. Gonzaga's had a history of some really good players going back to John Stockton, in the early '80s, and then this run of terrific teams started in 1998-99 season. if there was one Gonzaga player that you wish you could have been teammates with, that you could have played with, who would it have been? Because there's a ton of them. I mean, I got about 5, 6 that come to mind quickly.
I know. I mean, that's hard. Obviously, I should say you. But, as a French guy, I want to say Ronny Turiev. I think he's came a lot to Spokane and helped us, keep positive minds and keep confidence in our game. And he's a fun guy to be around, so it would have been fun to be around Ronny, honestly.
I would agree with you. I was able to be teammates. Ronny was a freshman my senior year. His enthusiasm, his energy for life in the game was awesome to be around. And, yeah, he was a terrific teammate. You would have loved playing with him, that's for sure. That high-low connection with the two of you would have been something special.
That would be nice.
Well, Killian, I appreciate the time. I wish you nothing but the best of luck, not just next week and hopefully hearing your name called with a great opportunity, but with wherever you end up. I know you're going to have a terrific career, and thanks for, one, joining the broadcast today, but also being a fellow Zag. So thanks again, Killian.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.